I know I look a little frightening. This is 4 days post facelift. Eye lift, lip injection. I basically had the whole gamut. But it was never really my intention to come to Antalya, Turkey for a facelift. Initially last year, I chose Turkey for implants. In the United States, I had gone to 4 or 5 different doctors and had estimates between $35,000 and $55,000. And that was around the time of COVID. So I know those prices now are upwards of $80,000. So in the United States, not supposed to be a third world country, it is extremely cost prohibitive for people to have implants because dental insurance does not cover it. So I looked at different countries. Mexico, Turkey is one of the worldwide epicenters of dental and cosmetic surgery. There are people, not so many Americans, but people from throughout the world that come to Turkey for dental and cosmetic procedures. Primarily, there's many from the United Kingdom, Germany, and Russia seem to make up the top group of medical tourism here in Turkey. I chose Antalya because it's on the Mediterranean, and I thought it would be nice to recover on the Mediterranean. So what I want to do is go through my process. My dental work ended up being 1/4 of the cost. And of course, the questions that we would have, I was frightened to death. I'm older, I have rheumatoid arthritis. Do I have bone density? How do I communicate with them? Are they going to see my x-rays? Is it clean? Am I going to somebody's basement to get my teeth done? So I will answer all of those. But I can absolutely say Turkey, 100% hands down, is a top-notch country to have dental work done. Istanbul and Antalya are the 2 main areas in Turkey for cosmetic and implant surgery. Safety. Well, I think I looked at going to Mexico, but I feel like from the United States, Mexico is very dangerous with the open borders. And, I think some people believe the cartels are running the country. Several Americans have been killed in Mexico for medical tourism. So I decided I'd never been to Turkey, and it would be nice to be on the Mediterranean. And also, Turkey is an extremely safe country. There's really, I guess there is crime, but Antalya and Istanbul are both tourist areas. Istanbul is a major metropolitan city. There's not crime like rape or assault or guns or battery or anything. The worst thing I think that happens here is you get scammed. If you go to a market and you think you're buying like a Gucci purse or something, or maybe pickpocketed. But I think that, that seems to be the worst of the crimes. You just need to be smart with your money. But there's no violent crime. And even if you're walking around at midnight, and I'm here alone, so, safety is not an issue. Cleanliness is, initially, I'd never been to Turkey. I knew some people from Turkey. I'm thinking, oh my God, am I going to somebody's basement for this? But it really is state-of-the-art facilities. Some of the equipment they have here, we don't even have in the United States. I think in the US, we're led to believe that we have the best healthcare in the world, which is absolutely not true. The other thing that made me feel very comfortable about Turkey for dental implants is that there are people from all over the world coming here, and the dentists here, they are doing implants all day, every day. So, a dentist in the US, they might do implants now and again, along with other procedures. But here, they have state-of-the-art facilities, extremely clean, as if you're in an operating room in the United States. They have expertise, world-renowned oral surgeons, dentists, periodontist, they have everything. For me, I felt like I was a bit of a complicated case because, as I mentioned, I have rheumatoid arthritis. And I think at some point as I aged, that impacted my teeth. But I ended up getting a bone graft. It wasn't like a simple procedure. It wasn't just come in and get your teeth and leave. I had a bone graft. I had a sinus lift. And with the bone graft, it was a pretty significant bone graft. So I had to come back a year later, which is now, which is why I have the facelift, because I was coming back for the teeth. And this time I also had a gum graft. And I want to tell you, the doctors here, they are professionals at medical tourism. Most of their clients are from out of the country, so they cater to international patients. Like I had my gum surgery on a Sunday afternoon because they know I have to leave, at a given time point. Some of the other things. I would say, okay, taking time off of work, I thought the dental implant surgery was a breeze. I was petrified because I needed to get a few teeth pulled, and I wanted to be under general anesthesia, and they do not do that here. The doctor told me, okay, they could arrange if I absolutely needed it, but he promised me I would not need it. And as it turns out, I did not feel a thing. And I'm afraid of dentists. I've always been afraid of dentists. Part of the reason why I needed to get implants to begin with was I was always under, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I tried not to mess with my teeth unless I was in pain. So absolutely, they know exactly what they're doing. And even, they just use the the anesthesia in the mouth. And it's not even a needle. They have like state-of-the-art technology with a device that the doctor operates by his foot. And he gives you the injection, but the device itself, it can spray the medication, it can control the amount. It's very, very sophisticated. And aside from like the first pinch or two, and also these doctors, they know how to make it not hurt. So what he did was he gave me the 2 injections in the front first, and he knows like the order and the process to do the numbing, so that the injections that are going deeper, the ones that go into the roof of your mouth, you won't even feel them by the time you have the other injections, which are, just a minor pinch here and there. So yeah, from someone that was petrified of going to a dentist and petrified of not being under general anesthesia, I would say it's a non-issue. Let me see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, the risk versus the cost. Like I said, now in 2024, some of these procedures, if you need like all on 4 or all on 6 and maybe a full mouth, you could be looking at upwards of $80,000. Here in Turkey, the cost would be somewhere between about $15,000 to $25,000. Now that doesn't include your travel, but it includes everything. And also that cost for myself, I had the Straumann implant, which is made in Switzerland. Straumann is about double the cost of, there's several other brands of implants, which are fine for most people. But, because of my arthritis, I wanted to kind of minimize any potential risk. So I went with the more expensive one, which cost double. And my surgery altogether was about $15,000, which if I didn't get the Straumann, it may have been half of that. And also I had the gum surgery, the bone graft, the sinus lift. The first time I came for the dental, I was with someone, which was fine. Dental, I would say come with a person because it can be like a vacation. you're not going to be eating a tough steak or anything, but you can do things. They don't really give pain medicine here. They give a lot of NSAID and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. So you're not going to get opioids, but it controls the pain, and you can do things. One thing you won't be able to do is open your mouth and swim, but you can still go into the Mediterranean. You could take tours. You can go on boats. I'm not sure about going to like a hot spring or the hammam. Usually they want to keep you away from heat. Yeah, so that's the dental. And then for the facelift, this turned into to be something that I always had like a turkey neck. And it just runs in my family. And I said, oh, when I go back to get my final implants, because the initial implants, they'll insert the implants, and you go home with teeth, but they're temporary teeth. And believe me, they look great. You'll feel like like they're final teeth, but they are designed to be lighter so they don't put the weight on the implant while the bone is healing around the implant. The final implants are zirconia. I found all the dentists here, are very specific, and everyone's using the top-notch materials. You can request the brand of implant. The doctor will make a recommendation based on your, specific personal situation. So yeah, the zirconia is heavier. I had to come back to get the zirconia, which these are them now. And I thought I would get my chin done while I was here. I thought a mini chin lift. But I ended up getting like a total facelift and an eye lift, because the doctor was right. He's like, your eyes are heavy. They were uneven. And he did a little lip injection, because they didn't do liposuction, but they took a little fat from my stomach to put under my eye. And he was like, while I'm taking that fat, because I didn't really have an upper lip either, he said, I can, plump up your lips. Now, of course, I will not look like this. I know I look like a freak right now. Half of this fat will dissipate. And my eyes, I won't look like a cat either. This is just 4 days post-surgery. So yeah, the lips will be half their size, even though I am really kind of liking them. I'm getting used to them. It's kind of fun. I mean, I look completely different, so it's kind of fun for a little month or so to be a little different. The cost of the facelift is like insane, like you would not even believe. I did have an estimate in the United States several years ago for $36,000 for like a mini chin lift. And I will say all of this I had was less than half. And I do want to get into the process of the way this works, but all of the clinics, the cosmetic surgery clinics, they include your hotel stay. So in the price of my facelift is a 7-day hotel stay. And depending on your procedure, you can negotiate your hotel stay. All the transportation to and from the airport and to and from the clinic or the hospital, it's all included. You have what they call like an international patient coordinator, and that person coordinates everything for you. They'll send you the taxis, they make the hotel arrangements. I made my own airfare, but they'll even book your airfare if you want. So completely, you could just show up and they will take care of you the whole time. So I have a lot more to say, but I'm talking a lot. I want to go into this more, because I think that you don't need to be like a movie star to get a facelift. And this is kind of 4 days out. And apparently the doctor said I'm doing great. Like he said, I'm not even that swollen. I have another week here. That's the one thing. If you do come for dental or I stayed 26 days this time because I did the dental and the facelift. So give yourself time, especially if you're doing a full upper or a full lower. Give yourself at least 10 days to 2 weeks for the dental. And for the facelift, the same thing. I would say at least 2 weeks. You want to feel comfortable when you go home. Anyway, I will come back with more information. I have a lot more I want to cover about the process, how it works, how you communicate with them, and then just generally what it's like here during your convalescence and your recovery. Turkey is a fabulous country. The food is amazing. Coming from the United States, the dollar is very strong here. For instance, I had like a great meal at this fancy resort where I'm staying at the rooftop restaurant last night for about $16. So I'll get into all of that next time. Okay, I hope you find this interesting. I've never even done a YouTube before. I really don't even know what I'm doing. I just feel like I want to share the joy because I am so happy. I mean, maybe not. We'll see what I look like in a month from now, but I feel happy. All right, bye.